Greetings, beloved hearts of love. As I, Mother Akasha, come to be with you for a few moments, would you try to feel, as you listen to this recording, with your attention upon my presence and my words, I am pouring the rose-pink rays and flames of divine love, will, and grace upon you, seeking to enfold you, to support you in love's eternal presence, to assist you to fulfill the higher purpose and destiny of your lives on earth. Therefore, today, I simply desire to come with a gentle remembering, a gentle reminding of what has been given, and to continually encourage each of you. For anyone, beloved hearts, to fulfill their higher purpose and destiny, a greater awakening within your own consciousness to the source of your beingness, a greater awakening to your true essential self is required, along with the understanding that the people of earth today are living very limited lives, are living only a fraction of their true essential self. Thus, in the opening years of the seventh golden age, is the great necessity of awakening to your true divinity and leaving behind beliefs that have more limited your life than you have realized. Your humanity must become overlighted and infused with cosmic light and love rays in order to rise up and out of all limitations and once again make contact with your true divine essential self. Limiting beliefs, duality and discord playing out in the consciousness of the people does not allow the kind of unfoldment of higher purpose and destiny and its fulfillment without divine intervention from on high. All of us who come to commune with you in these broadcasts have made a commitment to help humankind rise up and out of limitations, regain the sovereignty of your true essential selves, become enlightened to all that you are, enlightened to the source of your beingness. And we are here to help you make contact with your divine nature and begin to express and fulfill your magnificent potentials. This requires one to embrace a spiritual path that offers you truth, conscious knowledge of the truth of all that you are and all that you can become. In the Radiant Rose Academy, we refer to this spiritual path as a path of resurrection, a path of becoming, and embracing this path begins to release a purifying and raising activity that ultimately lifts you out of limitations and into a greater life, a life of greater fulfillment, happiness, health, and enlightenment. And so it is, precious hearts. as each of you embrace a spiritual path, soon you become aware of the reality of angels, the reality of ascended masters, and great cosmic beings who live in the higher dimensions, who represent the spiritual hierarchy of the people of Earth, who are intended to mentor, protect, and assist the humanity that is living in the third dimension. Unfortunately, most of humankind have forgotten that we exist, do not acknowledge or believe that we exist. Yet human beliefs will not change the reality of what is. And as you accept our presence with you, invite us into your lives, ask us to help to restore you to your true essential self. Ask us to overlight you, and much more, even though at this moment we remain invisible to you. It is not long before you can feel our presence in your lives. And so, precious hearts, turn within and reach up, and make that your guiding reference and all that you face every day. Make yourself remember this several times a day. Turn within and reach up. Turn within and reach up. The world and the difficulties unfolding seems to demand your attention in too many ways, where you end up being influenced or dragged into the various storms in your world. So if you desire to be free, precious hearts, desire not to be touched by the appearances in your world, including viruses, if you desire that fear not enter you and your world, and that you will not live by fear, then I tell you, you must choose what the Christ referred to regarding those who are awakening in the world today. The Christ has spoken of the tribulations that have now begun to unfold in your world. The Christ has clearly stated that these tribulations are not the wrath of God, as some religions have suggested. The Christ has stated that these tribulations are the effects of human discordant causes that are now unfolding. Cause and effect, dear hearts, sowing and reaping. And for years, the sowing of wars, destruction, hatred, the deterioration of human behavior and relationships, the injustices in the world, the discordant negativity in people's minds and emotions. All of this accumulation over decades has created an infection of human consciousness that has reached a momentum. And that momentum is now outpicturing in the world today. Beloved, the Christ has been clear. Wake up humankind. Make contact once again with the universal consciousness of divine light and love. Study and meditate upon the higher nature of consciousness. Turn to the greater that is both within you and above you. Ask for help. Ask to be filled with the sacred flames of purification. Ask to be filled with cosmic light and love. And after asking, be open, relax, meditate for a few minutes, and trust that you have been heard, and the response is forthcoming. So you must relax and be open to receive after you ask, beloved hearts. Precious roses, things will get worse for a while in your world. The powers of nature have become so disturbed and unbalanced. The effects of global pollution and climate change is now in your backyards, so to speak. Yet, let us be mindful. Let us be heart-driven that the Christ has been clear. Those awakened and those awakening at this time, those who have purified themselves of human greed, hatred, and selfish desires, those who seek the higher consciousness, including the Christ consciousness, these ones, the Christ has stated, will not be touched by these tribulations. Take heart, therefore, in your great awakening. You will not find this word in the New Testament. However, the Christ has been clear in naming these ones on the earth presently who are awakening, turning their attention towards the light, those who are calling forth divine intervention, those who are changing their behaviors. These ones the Christ named as the untouchables. The untouchables. Ones who will be saved and not touched by the unfolding tribulations. There is a reason that I am here to help you who choose to be an untouchable presence where the discord of the outer world cannot touch you any hearts. To help you to be in this world, yet no longer of it. This is the reason for my presence to your world. To help restore the divine heart side of life within each of you. To help restore the Mother's divine presence upon the earth. To release more of divine love into your world. My purpose, too, in the Radiant Rose Academy is to offer the original Tree of Life teachings, whose intention are to teach you the true nature of your beingness, your consciousness, and assist you to make contact, to restore your contact with all that is truly divine of each of you, and to help you begin to express this in your lives. This is the path of becoming, once again, all that you truly are. The path of rising up and out of a limited sense of self, in great discovery of your truly unlimited essential self. And the Christ is now available to each person who will call upon him in their prayers to assist you to master your path of Christ consciousness. We have joined others on this channel in seeking to bring to the attention of many of you as possible the most recent communication to the people of earth that is known as the Christ letters. For those of you who have not yet found them, not yet begun to study them, all you have to do is go to a search engine on your laptops, your computers, and type in the Christ letters, free PDF. You will be directed to a website that then has a place on it that you can click to access the free PDF download of Christ's letters, his most recent communication with the people of earth. And in these letters, Christ makes a promise to those of you who seek to change your human behaviors. No more greed, no more selfishness, no more hatred. To those of you who seek to become fully awakened and who choose the higher path of Christ consciousness, the Christ has made it clear. If you make these choices, call upon me, the Christ, to assist you to master your path into Christ consciousness. So, beloved hearts, the help is here. And I personally offer each of you my heart of gratitude to those of you who have found a spiritual home, a spiritual path with the Radiant Rose Academy. We are not here, precious hearts, to let you down. We are here to fulfill the cosmic law. Knock, and the door will be opened unto you. Ask, and you will receive. These are immutable laws of the universe, and we cooperate with them. and all of you who have chosen to spiritualize your consciousness, leave behind all human greed and destructive desires, all of you who are calling, knocking, and asking, we are here to answer you, help you, and of this to work in miracle ways, I ask you again, that if you ask, if you knock, that you will do this with remarkable faith. Permit no doubt in your relationship with your own divine nature. No doubt in your ability to begin to access your divine nature. And permit no doubt in your relationship with the angels. And all of us who make up your spiritual hierarchy, who are living in the higher dimensions. We are here. It is part of the plan of this incoming golden age. And we are not leaving. And together, those of you awakened and doing your best to live in a higher consciousness of light and love and positivity, working with us together, we can offset some of the worst tribulations unfolding. All of you awakened are now part of a divine brotherhood, a divine sisterhood, working in divine alignment with all of us, angels, ascended beings, great cosmic beings. All of you complete the covenant, the bridge between your octave and ours. And so, beloveds, let this be your daily mantra. Turn within. Commune with the magic presence within your hearts. Acknowledge yourselves as divine sons and daughters of the universal Mother-Father consciousness. Then reach up. Reach up to us to help you be restored fully to your divine state of consciousness. Ask us what you will. We are here to assist you. Beloved hearts, your world is in dear need and necessity of new light technologies. For example, technologies that can remove the buildup of methane and carbon in your Earth's atmosphere. Your world is in dear need and necessity of new medical breakthroughs and new medical technology that can undo or reverse the damage that is being done to humans' physical bodies. I tell you, dear hearts, we have technologies, and we are ready, that can be given to the constructive scientific minds in your world and all of the light technologies that are being prepared now in higher realms by great cosmic beings. They are intended to be given to humanity. However, they will not be allowed to be used destructively by humans. Yet, we require more people on earth, more people to consciously turn towards the light. You will never hear from us to speak of a judgmental God. You will never hear us speak of a wrath of God for people's sins. All that kind of talk only comes from some of the religions of the world. And that has nothing to do with why we are here. We are here to love you free. Our love for each of you is immense and unending. And so I, Akasha, in these moments with you, never tire of making the right decisions. Make the decision, beloveds, that regardless of what religion may have taught you, that God is life, God is generous, God is light, love, intelligence, and more. And as you remind yourself of this, then personalize that, communing each day, saying to yourself, God is my life. God is my health. God is my defense. God is my protection. God is my illumination. God is my supply. And my life is no longer touched by what is going on in the world. My life is touched only by the hand of God. And the hand of God comes to me as angels, ascended masters, great cosmic beings. Therefore, I declare today, I am no longer touched by any of the seeming dangers and limitations of the outer world. In fact, as Christ declares, I am an untouchable being. I am an untouchable presence. Nothing discordant from the outer world can touch me. I am the light of God that never fails. I am the love of God that always fulfills. And I am the truth of God that always prevails, now made manifest in my being and world. And I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. This is my truth now, that I live by every day. And this is the truth and vision I hold of every other person on earth. And I honor that ultimately God is the life of all creatures on earth. Mother Akasha is calling you. I enfold you in my nurturing arms of love. Before I leave you today, I wish to share with you a remarkable activity. Some of you in the Academy are aware of this activity that was brought to your attention a few months ago, and is this: the building of the Ark of the Covenant. For several decades, Ascended Master engineers from the fifth dimension have been constructing in the lower atmosphere of your world an ark. You can think of a rainbow ark. These Ascended Master engineers have been building an ark that is composed of steely rays that are made up of the divine colors of infinity. This ark rises from Darjeeling in India to the area of Chicago in America. This ark has been sponsored by the Ascended Masters in their retreat in the Tetons of America, and the Ascended Masters from the Cave of Light of India. For several decades, from Darjeeling up and over across the waterways, and from the area of Chicago, up from the earth and across the waterways, another ark. And the two arcs forming from Darjeeling and Chicago have now come together. And at the center, made up of the steely light rays, is the infinity symbol that brings together the two arms of the ark. The final touches to the Ark of the Covenant is taking place now. And this Ark of the Covenant will become active on September 9th of your world calendar. On September 10th and 11th, we will hold an event in Vancouver, British Columbia, on the Zoom platform that will teach in details the purpose of the Ark of the Covenant and what this covenant will do in bringing magnificent ways that the ascended host can deliver greater assistance to the people of earth. As the ark is now completing, many of the ascended host are building ascended master stations upon the ark. From these stations, those ascended masters who station themselves upon the Ark of the Covenant will be able to project into the consciousness of the people who are ready and who are constructive, will begin to project into the minds of scientists all that is necessary to bring about the inventions of new technologies passed from the minds of the ascended masters into the minds of the scientists and others in your world. A way has been found. Realize, precious hearts. This means that technologies do not have to be transferred from the fifth dimension much more easily and graceful from the ascended master stations that will be built upon the ark. Ascended masters will be able to transmit to the people of earth what will become future technologies. Technologies to reverse the damage caused by climate change. Technologies to cleanse and purify your atmosphere. Technologies and new medical sciences to restore the original divine balance to people's physical bodies. This is just a small example of how your world, your octave, is being bridged to the Ascended Master's octave. September 10th and 11th, we celebrate, we teach of the construction, the completion of the Ark of the Covenant, and ways that each of you will be invited to participate. My beloved dear friends, I thank you for this time. If you invite me into the living room of your heart, I will come and I will bathe you in love's eternal presence, hold you in the true innocence of your beingness. My dear friends of love's eternal presence, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste.